Alrighty then, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another installment of the Chelsea Hour with yours truly, Marshall DBDX. Big up to everyone waiting. Sorry for the wait. I just wanted to finish watching the Liverpool Spurs match, or Spurs Liverpool match, I should say, because it was Spurs at home today in the Carabao Cup semifinal first leg. And let me tell you, man, Liverpool. Could this be the beginning of a capitulation? We will see. We will see. Big up to everybody in the chat. Big up to everybody watching right now in the future. If you haven't done so already, smash up the like button. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It does help out the channel in growth as well as the YouTube algorithm. Guys, we've actually been growing pretty significantly. There's been a lot of new heads coming by, so welcome to the channel. This is, what we do here. We talk Chelsea, we talk football, we talk for an hour. Sometimes we talk for 3 hours, sometimes we go over news, sometimes we react to matches. So if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe. Join us for another live stream coming up tomorrow as well. The Casually Chelsea show. Sorry, my brain is still a little fogged, rattled, I would say, from the result that we saw. But also, be sure to oh wow, he's giving me a call now. I can't answer right now. Sorry, Mike. Be sure to also smash up the like if you haven't done so already. And last but not least, check out the links in the description. We have a Discord with an active community, which I invite all of you who are familiar with Discord or are maybe new to Discord and want to make an account and are interested to come join, as we have a good community there. Funnily enough, Casually Chelsea show is actually made with the aid of the community. Fun fact there. So you'll see what I'm talking about when you join a Discord. There's a news tab there, and I do consider a lot of the things that are in that news tab to bring onto the show. So if you want to see a topic that you're particularly interested in and have a tweet that maybe you want us to discuss on the Casually Chelsea show, I invite you to check out the Casually Chelsea Discord to submit your tweets and your receipts and all fun things over there. So check it out, guys. Awesome community we have on the Discord. And last but not least, before I continue on to my waffle of a show, is, hey, check out the memberships. We have 4 different tiers starting at 99p. So if you haven't done so already, check it out. But all right, guys. So it's been, when did I do the show, right? I did the show on Sunday. It's been, I don't want to say what, 24, 48. What's after 72, right? Did I do my math right? 48. Yeah, 72. It's been 72 hours since we did the Casually Chelsea show. We are in the January transfer window. And let me tell you, man, the transfer news for Chelsea has been freaking blowing the hell up. And it's insane to see it. So we'll not dilly-dally for much longer. We have 3 major topics that I ideally want to talk about, as well as talk with you guys in chat after the first topic and get my, statements out there. First order of business, and let's start off with the heavy one, is Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo to Chelsea. Big up to Staffy.
Oh my god, bro, I'm a joke. Oh my god, bro, we're a joke. We're a joke. We're a joke, bro.
I love to see it. I love to see it. I bet Staffy, when he saw that news, this was his reaction. Big up Staffy. Respect. I gotta say, man, listen, okay, I'm cheesing, I'm smiling because as a rival, I want it to happen just to see United fans lose their head, right? Because if you guys went on Twitter and if you went on YouTube, you probably saw Saeed's reaction. You probably saw a reaction of a bunch of people in the community, the United community, and they were not happy about it. So there's that aspect of it. And you know what's funny too? From the United side of things, they even threw in the aspect of pure profit. Boys, ladies and gents, give it up to Clear Lake, Clown Lake, whatever the fuck you want to call it, because we started a trend. We started the pure profit trend. Hashtag pure profit, okay? Hashtag pure profit. Oh, that's hilarious. It's hilarious to see it from another point of view that's not your own. And what's crazy too is that this is like ideally like the savior of United last season, and now they're putting hashtag pure profit on it. Oh, that's great. From the banter point of view, like I find it so amusing. But let's be sensible, okay? Let's actually talk about the transfer. Let's talk about the actual move for Kobbie Mainoo. Now, obviously, we're going to talk about this on a Casually Chelsea show tomorrow with the panel. This is not just exclusive to this show, but this is just my thoughts on it, my like initial thoughts on it while it's still fresh. It's actually, it kind of looks legit, to be honest with you. I haven't caught up with all the tweets, but apparently there's been some updates saying that this is pretty legit. And I say it's legit because at first, there was like inklings of it, right? That, you know, if Kobbie Mainoo were to go on a free, Chelsea are looking in that general direction, which honestly, it makes sense considering the age bracket and the talent of the player, right? But you know what? It falls right into the opportunity signing category, right? Which we're well aware, and they stated over and over again, Chelsea are looking for opportunity signings. So, in terms of that, it hits the three criteria: good talent, youngster, and an opportunity, right? However, when it was first kind of like, my nose is bothering me. When it was first kind of touted as a link, and Alexis had pointed it out, and I commented on Alexis's tweet, I said, I would entertain it, but mostly as a backup to Enzo, right? And even then, I'm not even sure about it, because to be honest, we don't need a profile like Mainoo. We genuinely don't. What we need is a 6, and Mainoo is not a 6. From what I've seen of Mainoo, he strikes me as more of a box-to-box or attacking 8 player, right? He's not a 10 either. But he does strike me as more of a box-to-box attacking 8 kind of player. He doesn't hold the midfield very well. He can do a little bit of a shift, but the shift he can do is essentially what we can get out of Cassidy, right? And no disrespect to Mainoo. I think he's a good player. I think he is overrated by the United fan base. You have United fans telling me that he starts over Enzo, which is an absolutely ridiculous thing to say. You obviously do not watch enough of Enzo Fernandez to say that. And you clearly overhype your player to the point where you genuinely think this guy's generational. Don't get me wrong, he's a good player, but by no means is this guy. So here's the reports too, right? Apparently he's asking for 200K a week. That to me is the biggest red flag that we're not actually in for the guy, because he's not going to get 200K a week here. I think Lavia's on 75K, and Caicedo and Enzo aren't even on 200K. They're about 120, 100K, like somewhere around that area, right? So for me, it seems like a big PR move from the agent and using Chelsea as a way to get United to bite the bullet. And hey, we want this contract, and so else we're looking elsewhere. But apparently they actually did talk to Chelsea, and Chelsea do actually have a keen interest in the player. It's interesting. It's really interesting to see this saga play out. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't think so. Would I take Mainoo at Chelsea? Yeah, I would. I mean, there's a use for him. There is a use for him. Like, it's not, he'll be like a squad player. He's not going to start, but there is a use for a player like that. You never know. Like, I think as an attacking 8, maybe a 10 at times, or a box to box, he could fill in for Enzo whenever we need to rotate Enzo, or Enzo needs to come off at 65 minutes or 70 minutes just to get some rest on the legs. I could see that. And that would be a suitable player to have in that position for that purpose. Just like we're thinking about Andre Santos as a 6, right? Who comes in and gives Moises Caicedo a break, right? So I feel like there is a use for the player. I think he is a good player. I'm curious to see how much United. Well, I don't think United are going to let go of him unless Mainoo really forces it. But I'm curious to see how much United would be willing to, you know, concede in terms of what's your price on Mainoo. And again, it's an opportunistic signing. We're not going to do overs for a player. And another thing I want to mention, the reason I say that Mainoo's overrated, not because he's not good, he's a good player, but I feel like right now, United are in the spot that Chelsea was in, like maybe 3-4 years ago, where the standard has dumped so low in terms of what a good player is that even a player that Real Madrid looks at that maybe could be considered as mid, let's say like, because Real Madrid at one point had Odegaard, right? Odegaard was not good enough to get into Real Madrid's team. But because he wasn't good enough to get Real Madrid's team because the standard is so high Real Madrid, he's the best player for Arsenal. You see what I'm saying? The standard is so different that the bar has dropped so much that what is mid for Real Madrid is actually world class for Arsenal. I feel like that's where United are. Because if you guys remember, we had the same fucking issue with Mason Mount. Mason Mount wasn't world class. Wasn't even near top class. Was barely good at that, if you had to be honest. Outside of that Champions League season, it was barely good. But the bar had dropped down so low that we were literally, by we, I mean Chelsea fans, minerals and all that bullshit, right?
Fucking minerals, bruv.
Literally sat there and tried to gaslight all of us into thinking this guy's generational, he's world class and all this and that. Meanwhile, he doesn't even tie Mata's shoelaces. And Mata is not even considered a legend at Chelsea. Juan Mata. That's like the standard and how much it's dropped. So for me, Mainoo's not that great. He comes into this Chelsea team that, I'm sorry, whether you believe it or not, this Chelsea team is a good team. We just haven't performed. I think Enzo is a top-notch player. I think Moises Caicedo is on the verge of world class. You have Cole Palmer, who is in world class discussions. He doesn't get there. Mainoo's good. I would say very, very good. Close to maybe top class, maybe, but I need to see more of it in different systems, right? Because the bar is so low. When you're surrounded like shit, you're going to look good. But Kobbie Mainoo to Chelsea. It's funny in terms of the banter. I kind of want it just to freaking take United's chain, right? But I don't think he's necessary. Genuinely, I don't. However, I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no. He would add good depth to the team. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let's see if you guys agree. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. But I think it's funny. I think some of you guys think it's funny. Big up, my friend. Big up, big up. Big up, real Chris. What would Kobbie be in the squad? I don't buy it. Yeah, no, I get it. Smash the like. Yeah, Chris is right. Absolutely right. Real right, Chris. Be sure to smash the like button, guys, if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much. Liverpool downfall begins. Yeah. That game was actually entertaining. And listen, Liverpool... that defense, man, that defense is looking really shaky now. I might take off some Liverpool players from my defense. I ain't gonna lie, because you were conceding a lot of chances to Tottenham. Now, do I think Tottenham are gonna win it? I don't know. It's tough because they're going to Anfield now. It's a tough one. But listen, dude, they conceded. Pedro Porro, you are a criminal for missing that chance. And listen, people, I've been telling you for forever, Alisson Becker has mistakes in him. He has mistakes in him. And you saw it, I think, twice in this game alone. He has mistakes in him. Every goalkeeper has mistakes in them, especially when you're playing this play from the back system that every goalkeeper has to do now. Everyone makes mistakes. So highlight that too, all right? I know people want to crash it on Sanchez, rightfully so, but even Alisson, the best goalkeeper in the world, makes mistakes just like that. He's been making them often. Remember this. Clip it and put it in the Discord. There's a receipts little topic you can put it in. It's in the Discord. All right, let's continue. Howdy, X-Style. Big up. Big up to organized production. Am I? This is an organized production? Well, because I have lights and shit, and I have a legit mic now. Maybe it's an organized thing. Hope Mainoo doesn't come. Tell me why you think Mainoo shouldn't come. Would you guys take Mainoo, or would you pass on him? And if you would take Mainoo, where would he play? And if you wouldn't take Mainoo, why wouldn't you? It would be so dumb for United. Chris, they're moving mad. They're doing stupid things, okay? We did the same thing when we were taking over. They're doing very, very dumb things in terms of like they're cutting wages and getting rid of play. Like they have to get rid of players. But remember, we got rid of players for pure profit. Even players that didn't make sense, like Trevor CHALOBAH. Didn't make sense to get rid of the guy, but we wanted to get rid of him for pure profit. United are doing the same thing. And it's going to cause you to make some stupid, stupid moves. Oh, man. You guys want a midfielder, but you saying no to Mainoo. I'm not saying no to Mainoo, but I don't think we need him. Mainoo, Enzo, and Caicedo, 3-man midfield could be best in Europe. I don't know about that. Then you're getting rid of Palmer, or you're putting Palmer to the right. Interesting. Mainoo would be Enzo as a 10, because Mainoo's not a 10. I've seen Mainoo as a 10. He's not good, not that great. I don't see it personally, but it makes a little bit of sense to me. Hashtag Prouet profit. I want a center back. Yeah, I agree with that. I do want a center back as well. I'll take Mainoo for 35 mil. Give him the 50. Bro, imagine trying to link to Chelsea and say you're going to earn 200K a week. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Chelsea, 200K a week? Good luck. Mainoo will be around the 45 to 50. That's a steal. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I like Mainoo, and that's the only opinion that matters. Yeah, that's fair enough. I like Ahmad. I wouldn't mind going for Ahmad. Ahmad Diallo? Hey. Just don't touch Garnacho. I swear to God, Chelsea, if there's even a link, if there's even a single link that we're interested in Garnacho, I will crash out. I will crash out on stream. I promise you. I promise you. I don't want Mainoo, but don't say he can do the same shit as Cassidy. I don't want Mainoo, but don't say he can do the same shit as Cassidy. I mean in the 6. If we were to put Mainoo in the 6, I feel like Cassidy can do just about the same thing. They're similar profiles, not really. Like Cassidy can play an attacking 8 and a 10. We just haven't seen it. He's played like that for Italy. And in previous Italian clubs. I think he was even coming on as a sub like that at Leicester. But he's been, he's been deputized into this 6 role where he's been okay. I mean, he's been doing a job, which is what I ask for players when they don't play in their position. Just do a job. I think Mainoo would do a job. So at that point, I'm just saying, like, might as well stick with Cassidy at that point. You don't have to waste money because Cassidy and Mainoo will probably do the same or equal amount of work in that 6 position. Mainoo's not a 6. We need a physical midfielder, not Mainoo, to be fair. Yeah, exactly. Smash the like button if you haven't done so already, ladies and gents. 25 of you in the live. Hey, Marshall, I was fighting over some United fans, and he said, clear. Huh? This is what I mean. United fans, you are way gawking over Mainoo. He's not that good. Like, he's not better than Caicedo. You are deluded if you think that. And that's why people make fun of United fans. All right? It's ridiculous. Your bar has been so low that you genuinely think this guy is the next coming of Christ. He's not. He's good. All right? He's good. But he's not better than Caicedo or Enzo. I'm sorry to tell you that. You can sub off Palmer for him as well to close off games. Yeah, I don't mind that idea. Get rid of Cassidy and Chukwuemeka for Mainoo. That's perfect. Why is this even a debate? Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I think Mainoo's a good player. I think Mainoo overall as a footballer, I think Mainoo right now is probably better than Cassidy and unfortunately better than Chukwuemeka. And I say unfortunately because Chukwuemeka is just a victim of injuries and a victim of playing time. Pochettino tax.
I am not a clown.
Unfortunately. Let's see here. Oh, wait, I lost my place. Oh, here we go. We don't spend over 70 on... Yeah, I won't. I agree with that. Mainoo is a baller. Okay. Rasmus Winterhoyland, here to troll. He is just struggling in the new system. Yeah, that's true. Just saying, Maresca unbeaten in 2025, out of Arteta and... Shameless. That's absolutely shameless.
Bro, are you good, bro?
See a straw?
Say that. You won that debate.
Oh my days. Fucking shameless. Oh, I forgot to put this on the bottom. All right, let's continue with the chat. Mainoo fits into our system like a glove. I think so. Mainoo is not a top physicality, but he can do a damn job. If the pace is right, do it. If the price is right, do it. Minerals loved him. Ugh. Maybe then I don't want him then. He's only 19 with good coaching and can be world class. He can be world class, yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Take their... Yo, that's hilarious. I just want to take the chain just to make fun of him. It'd be so funny. It'd be so funny. Imagine, guys, oh my God. Imagine we send them Mason Mount. Mason fucking minerals, bro.
There's a K a week, bro.
We sent them Mason Mount and we take their best player or one of their best players. Ha! Oh man, I love it. If we buy Mainoo and sell Santos, I'm against it 100%. Oh, I agree. I wouldn't want to sell Santos. The number 6 position is so precious in football right now. I would not want to give up anyone that's anywhere near good of a 6. Hell no. I have seen Kobbie Mainoo run games by himself last season. He absolutely destroyed Liverpool last season. Well, yeah, that was a whole different formation and everything just kind of, bottlenecked through him. That's not what I meant. All the traffic went through Mainoo pretty much last season. We don't need Mainoo. Bring me Isak for striker competition. I think you meant. There would be no competition if Isak were to come. I'm just letting you know right now. Isak is the out and out starter. Isak would start in this Chelsea team 100%. That guy is on fire. The only issue is the asking price, which is an insane price, and oh my God. Okay, hold on. Let's have a little powwow. Just a quick little side tangent. If Chelsea were to get Isak, I guarantee you guys, half of you guys in the chat right now, whether it be CNF, Vic, Vesta Report, Known Unknown Collective, even Ustream Elements, and you don't even have any other lines rather than the lines you say, half of you guys would be so against the price we pay for it, and the other half of you guys would be all for it. And when he plays and he gets injured, that half that never wanted him for the price are going to give the same narrative you had for Enzo, the same narrative you had for Caicedo. So honestly, miss me with that shit. I am not paying over 100K for Isak, who is injury prone player. Don't get me wrong, he's on fire right now, arguably the best striker in the world with Gyökeres, right? But look at his injury record. He has never stayed fit for, I want to say, more than 2/3 of a season, and that's a wild gander. But right now he's in scintillating form. I think he comes into this Chelsea team, solves a lot of issues temporarily until he gets hurt again. And he's a good striker. I like him. I would take him at Chelsea, but not for the price that they're asking. Not for that price. And the amount of drama and crying that Chelsea fans would do is like, oh, why did we sign this bum for 120 mil, 115 mil, overpriced, not worth the price? It's always the price with Chelsea fans. Always the price. I guarantee you so many Chelsea fans will crash out once they see that price and see that he's not worth the price. Well, not that he's not worth the price. I think there is a good player there. I think you could argue good value for money. No. I'm sorry. I think you could argue that maybe he's worth over 100,000, maybe in this market that's dry on strikers, but I gave you guys my take. I'd rather go for the cheaper strikers and develop them. I know right now we don't have time to develop them, but I feel like we're not too far from having a top class and then eventually a world class striker. Then we won't be talking about Isak. We won't miss Isak in a season or two from now. This team right now is not being built for immediate results, being built for future results. Santos is a damn franchise boy. He's not for sale. I mean, if the right price comes in, I wouldn't be surprised if Clear Lake entertain it. Uguchugu's mid? Maybe. Kinky, the goalkeeper, was good. Is that the Spurs goalkeeper's name? He's not good enough to start or fully fit midfield, but he's too good to stay on the team's bench. I think that's a fair analysis, Coco. Mainoo is a 10. He's not a 6. He's not a 10 either. What is Mainoo good at, and how can he fit in Chelsea? It makes no sense. I think overall Mainoo's good at retaining the ball. Mainoo can find passes for you. I think he can start. He can provide you attacking transitions. I think overall he's a generally well-rounded player. He's like a well-rounded midfielder, if that makes any sense. Like Enzo isn't a well-rounded midfielder. Enzo has defensive deficiencies, but he makes up for it with his passing abilities and his attacking prowess and his aggressiveness off the ball. I think Mainoo provides you a lot off the ball as well. So that's Mainoo is like a more balanced midfielder, like a general, just good at everything, but doesn't excel at anything. You know what I'm saying? Stinks of an agent looking for a better contract for me. Yeah, I agree, Ed. I agree. TM127, big up to you, brother. Welcome. Member right here. Be sure to use your emojis, guys. It just seems like agent talks to get his player more money. I agree. Just give Mainoo a death row contract for death row. Yeah. Death row him up. Follow the Twitter, guys. I just wonder if Nkunku sale will impact us getting help. We'll talk about that right now. Oh, help. He meant Delap. Mainoo can be a good backup for Lavia. He's not a 6. That's not a good backup for Lavia. Mainoo is not a 6. We've seen Mainoo play in the 6 under the Emarim job system, and he doesn't look good. Liverpool are about to collapse, and we have lost form. Shake my head. Oh my God! Don't start this again, huh? Don't start this whininess. Rasmus, aka Nacho, aka Rashi, look like a Dross players. Oh yeah, Nacholini. It's probably you. If he scored 20 plus goals, I don't give a fuck about the price. You say that now. Yes, I like Isak, but cannot do for over 100 mil. Cannot do for over 100 mil. 80 plus Nani. That's not a bad shout, to be honest. They do need a right winger. That's not a bad shout, huh? I ain't gonna lie. That's not a bad shout. I see the next comment. And the Satsi. The Satsi doesn't even change the price, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. The Satsi doesn't even change the price. The Satsi just goes there and it's just like, ah, man, I just got involved in the... It's just extra body. Maybe for like PSR purposes. That's it. Get him off the books. I don't think he changes the price. Yeah, if the price for Isak is 100, Disasi probably takes $1 million off of that. So it's 99. Can we get Osimhen or Gyökeres for less than 100? So why go for Isak? Because Isak's better than both, apparently. That's why. And he's more experienced. He's got that Premier League experience that everyone likes to glaze over. But I agree, Vic. I mean, for the price, I'm not a fan. We need a Kova region. Oh, I would love a Kova region. I miss Kovacic, to be honest, but I think Kulusevski reminds me a lot of Kovacic. That's probably why I like Kulusevski. I would take Kulusevski, but we don't really need Kulusevski in this team, to be honest. He'd just be another squad player. He'd be better than KDB or KDB. Wow. He would be better than KDH. Do not clip that. Guys, I meant KDH, not KDB. God damn. I'm bringing Mainoo if it's decent enough price. I agree. Mainoo is Mainoo is paying average at defending like Enzo. He is like Kova with better shooting. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, exactly. I could see that. An all-around midfielder who can play multiple positions, Swiss Army knife of a midfielder. That's the thing, though. I don't think he can play multiple positions. He's not good enough to... He doesn't have good enough defensive attributes to hold his own on a 6. And attacking attributes, I don't think are good enough to hold his own on a 10. So he's just an 8. Overall, just generally a well-balanced midfielder. KDH plus 20 mil swap with Kobbie, because I can see KDH... Because I want to see KDH... Bro, you want cancer ball. That's what you want, bro. I want to see KDH melt together in the midfield. It's crazy. LOL, they were linked with Disasi and Nani last summer. Bro, things change, man. Things change. Disasi got found out this season, bro. Bro, yeah, try to sneak Disasi in there. That's crazy. Frapp reported that the owners are interested in bringing attackers. Don't they see the defense? Well, I mean, you guys saw the links for CHALOBAH. We'll talk about CHALOBAH in a minute. We'll talk about Nkunku first. KDB? Yeah, there it is. Fucking A, bro. Fucking A, bro. All right. I'm caught up, guys. All right. Lavia is a Kobbie regen and better defender. I don't know about that either. I mean, I could see aspects of it, but Lavia can't dribble like Kovacic can. I'm sorry. He's press resistant, but he can't dribble past players. He won't lose you the ball, but Kovacic can give you driving runs through the midfield and just dribble past people like they're not even there. Like they're those training cones. He just... I love attackers like that, bro. He's best in the 10, but he's never going to displace Palmer. Again, I don't think he's good at a 10 as a 10. Maybe as a second 10, like a double 10, maybe, but I think just as attacking 8 or an 8, that's what Kobbie Mainoo is best at. But yeah, again, he's even if it is as a 10, he's not displacing Palmer. No one is. KDH Mountain and Casemiro ain't gonna stay at United for much longer. He's leaving. I don't want us to mess around. If we want the lab, go bid now for him, get him done so they got time to get a replacement. We need a number 9. I don't think it's gonna happen. I agree, but I don't think he's you guys suck. I agree. I don't think it's gonna happen though, because Ipswich are in a relegation battle, and as a result, I don't think they're gonna get rid of one of their best player. I would say one of, or if not their best player, because Omari Hutchinson is in that team. He's also a good player for them, but I don't think they get rid of Delap. I don't think so. To find a replacement, the replacement that's gonna, maybe you're taking a risk if whether or not it's going to fit, you know, McKenna's system. You're going to risk whether or not he's going to be better than the lap. What happens if he's not better than the lap? Then you are automatically making yourself relegated. That's it. If the right price is there, though, it's possible, but I just don't see it happening. I think for Ipswich, it's more valuable for them to stay up than it is for them to get money and then get relegated. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. But all right, let's I caught up with chat. Big up to you guys. If you haven't done so already, again, smash up the like. Let's discuss a Nkunku dilemma. Yeah, so Nkunku. So if you guys have seen the show before, then you're probably very well aware of how I feel about Nkunku. But if you are new here, then yeah, let's let me get you up to speed. Essentially, for me, I've kind of given up on Nkunku. I think there is a really good player there, but unfortunately, this player has checked out. Now, here's the problem with the way he's checked out. I had this conversation with Ziad, and you know what? I had forgotten about the differences in the two players. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's bring it up, guys. Let's bring it up. Let me show you something. You guys remember this guy? You guys remember how he would show his frustrations with not getting playtime? You guys remember how he would show off when he was pissed he wasn't getting minutes? You guys remember how he would perform when he did have a chance to show off and then he would fall off, right? I know he had stinkers. I understand that completely. I know his attitude wasn't always the best. And I understand that he wasn't Chelsea level either. I get that. But you remember that Brighton game where, for whatever reason, I think it was because we had injuries, right? And our players weren't playing that great. But because we had injuries and Tuchel was desperate, he gave Ziyech the game to start. And do you remember the goal he scored? And how angry he was? That was the first time I saw a goal in a long time where I was like, fuck, dude, he's not happy. He didn't even celebrate. He was like pissed. He was like, fuck this shit, bro. Fuck this shit. And I was in the Premier League. Ziyech had this knack that whenever he would get benched, even after a good performance, not get minutes afterwards, like Tuchel did to a lot of players, not just him. But a good amount of times that when Ziyech would come on and get minutes, he would show his frustration by getting an assist, getting a goal, and just like really taking it out on the opposition player. Nkunku's the opposite. Nkunku's clearly upset, in my opinion, right? This is all my take alone. Nkunku is clearly upset that he's not getting Premier League minutes. And that Nicholas Jackson took his chain, essentially, right? Let's be honest. Early on in the season, Jackson was scoring goals. He was providing good link-up play. He was creating chances for us. Him and Cole Palmer had the best GNA partnership in the league at the time. Going from actually for 2024, they had the best GNA partnership, I believe. So there was a lot of reasons going against Nkunku to actually play in the Premier League. Mind you, I'm not a fan of the petty minutes he got. I think, what the fuck are you going to do with 8 minutes? If anything, give him 15 minutes. Give him 20 minutes. Let's see what he can do. But nonetheless, Nkunku has played multiple times this season. Off the bench multiple times in the Premier League. Only 2 of them being starts, by the way. The Man City on left wing, and then the last game we had, which was, I think, Ipswich, right? And then the not Carabao Cup. Well, he did play in the Carabao Cup, but also the Conference League. I think Nkunku is just so fed up with the minutes he's getting and where he's getting them that he has checked out. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to make runs. He doesn't really want to link up play. He doesn't really want to put in the effort. If the run is there for him to make it, he'll just make it because it's like, oh, it's right here. I might as well make this run, see what I can get. And it's just not been good enough. And the reason I say that is because people are going to say, oh, but he's been playing as a striker. That's not his position, all that. Maresca understands that and all that. I get that to an extent. Guys, there have been multiple players in this team that when you play them out of position, actually, no, let's I almost want to stand up and like, let's chat. Let's actually talk ball. Don't sit here and tell me that because Nkunku's been misprofiled, that's why he's been so bad. Some of you are gawking over Trevor CHALOBAH. To an extent, rightfully so. Last I checked, Trevor CHALOBAH isn't a right back. Yet when he was played at right back and asked to play at right back, he had some good performances, didn't he? Okay, let's rewind it. Let's go back to another player. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Christian Pulisic. All of them asked to play positions they weren't comfortable in. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is a prime example. You, me, her, everyone on this channel knows he's a center midfielder. Cam as well has ability to do cam work. When he was asked to play right wing back, sure, the second game, he was really bad. He was shitty. But after a while, he kind of got the knack for it. And he got the legs for it as well. And he started to actually put in a shift. He was never really good, but he wasn't bad either. Lewis Hall, another one that people are like looking at goo gaga right now. He's a left midfielder. But he's been playing as left back and putting in a shift. Even when he played for us at Chelsea, he was never terrible. He had moments. I didn't think he was Chelsea level then. I think he was just a highlight amongst a bunch of shit at the time. But he would put in a shift. Nkunku hasn't done that. And Nkunku's a good player. So I know if you put a good player up there, they'll give you a shift. At striker, at right wing, at left wing. Look at Nkunku's performance at left wing. Nkunku's performance at left wing for Man City was actually not a bad performance. He was making chances. He was making things happen. We just weren't ready for Man City at the time. I urge you guys to please look back at that performance. and see what Nkunku was doing at the left wing. He was actually putting in a shift versus what he's doing now as a striker. But he's a 10. So tell me why that as a 10, he was able to put in a position, a shift at left wing, which is out of his position, versus a striker, which is a lot closer to a 10 than a left winger is. So for me, he's checked out. Now, the reason we're bringing this up, right, is because there's been links. Sorry. There's been links recently with PSG. I'll pull it up so you guys can see it with me as well. We'll do this Casually FC style. So I bring it up because I'm pretty certain this guy's leaving this window. So here's a link from a journalist of Eurosport, right? Looking for a winger to strengthen their position during this winter transfer window, PSG want to bring Christopher Nkunku back to the club. The idea would be on a loan with obligation OA? Obligation to buy, maybe? Maybe. But this makes sense because they're trying to get rid of Kobbie Mainoo. If Kobbie Mainoo comes the other direction and Nkunku goes in that direction, do I want that to happen? Not really. I don't want permanent Kobbie Mainoo just because I don't know the player. Maybe he actually balls out at Chelsea. Who knows? But I personally wouldn't want Kobbie Mainoo in this team. However, Nkunku doesn't want to be in this team. Kobbie Mainoo doesn't want to be at PSG. It just seems like too easy of a match that solves both people's solutions. But apparently we're still waiting for Nkunku to say he doesn't want to be at Chelsea. I have a feeling he already has stated that, and that we're just waiting for the Bamba to come out that confirms it, right? But it's a damn shame because I know Nkunku's going to leave this club and he's going to ball the fuck out wherever he goes. I know he's going to do that because there's a good player in there, but he's checked out of Chelsea. And the way he's checked out is to just not try anymore. Versus Ziyech, where he would show his frustration and his anger on the pitch. It was two totally different types of checking out. Two totally different types of checking out. And it's a shame because, like I said, there's a good player there. There really is, but he's fed up with the fact that he's not getting minutes in the 10, which, again, why would he? You got João Felix ahead of you, who I don't rate that highly. I think Nkunku is a better player than João Felix, but from what I've seen of João Felix this season, Conference League, Premier League, he's been putting in more work than Nkunku. Let's just be honest. Jackson is not necessarily a striker either. He's technically a left winger, but look at what he's doing as a striker. He's putting in more work. He's tracking back. He's pressing. He's dribbling, holding up play. Does Nkunku give you that? Have you seen Nkunku give you that? Nkunku wants, as a striker, Nkunku, all he wants is making runs. Stop it. We're not talking to Google. Does anyone have that issue? Wherever you mention Nkunku, Google opens up for you? Anyone else have that issue? It's just me. But he just makes runs as a striker. And he has good finishing. Honestly, that's not enough to make it at Chelsea. Let's be real, guys. It sucks. It sucks. I think Nkunku's a really good player, but he's just a victim of circumstance. The fucking knee injury he got, Pochettino tax, and now Maresca. You know, Cole Palmer worked out. He's been really good in that 10 position. I would argue this is the thing. If Nkunku stays, I would argue let's try to shift Cole Palmer to the right. Change it up a little bit. Because right now I feel like we're pretty predictable. And so change it up a little bit. Shift Palmer to the right. And let's see if Nkunku can do a 10 job. But against an opposition that isn't too difficult, please. Because if we do that against Man City, we're fucked. We're fucked. I'm sorry. I don't trust Nkunku to do a shift for me. Also, let's have it right, guys. Last game, Nkunku didn't even come on. Marc Guiu. Our boy, Marc Guiu.
Hey Blues, this is how to say my name, Marc Guiu.
He came on before Nkunku. Bro, you know how damning that is? That an 18-year-old kid stole your chain. Bro, he's checked out. He's done. He's done. He doesn't want to be at Chelsea. It's so fucking blatantly clear. But who knows? To a certain extent, too, it's one of those that if he doesn't go this window, maybe it's because he didn't say he wanted to leave. Then at that point, it's just confusing. It's just confusing. It really is.
It's true, bro.
It's a weird situation. It really is, but yeah, I don't know, guys. It's sad. I like Nkunku a lot, but I'm ready. I've given up. I don't think it's gonna work out at Chelsea. I think the player has shown complete disinterest, and once the player's checked out, I don't think there's a way to recover that. He's just he's one less man when we're on the pitch, pretty much at this point. And it sucks because there's a good quality player under there. All right, let's get up to the chat. What's up, chat? How you guys doing? Okay. Billy G, if Mainoo comes in, it's for Enzo Fernandez competition, similar players, brain at the midfield. Yeah, I could see that. Again. I think Enzo surpasses him in terms of what he can do creatively, but Mainoo's got it in him, and Mainoo's still developing. Let's be real. Mainoo is, 18 or 19 years old right now? That kid can grow up. Once he gets to Enzo's age, we'll see a different profile of player. And again, it's an opportunistic signing. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually do go for it. Depends on our bid. If we give them like 50 mil, they won't turn it down. For Mainoo? Yeah. And then when he develops under Chelsea and Maresca, then we can flip him for 100. I think we should get Delap in the summer. We missed the boat with Duran already. Yeah. It's unfortunate. That's the other thing too. I might do a react to some of the reactions to Duran and Samu. But with Duran too, listen, a lot of the fan base have to hold that because they didn't want the player. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, I knew he was going to bowl out and all this shit. I'm not taking credit for shit that had never actually happened. However, when it comes to Duran, the ownership or the directors were right about one thing. He does seem to have an attitude issue. And that could be problematic in terms of, we've seen it with a few players in the past, but even this season with Duran, the foul and the red card that he got that got him sent off, that's kind of a red flag to me. If you can't control your temper in the pitch, man, who's to say you're not going to get sent off like that and be a liability to Chelsea? We don't want liabilities. Just like last season, Jackson to an extent was a liability because this guy was getting yellow cards for fun. This season, he's gotten a lot better about it, which is good for him. Very, very good for him. To the point where even he's trying to prevent other players to get yellow cards, and he's doing a good job with that as well, with Enzo pulling his shirt down. But that's a liability. You don't want a striker that, or you don't want a player, not even just a striker that is going to give you, is going to pull a Granit Xhaka. You know what I'm saying? You guys remember, if you know, you know. Granit Xhaka infamously was sent off multiple times for Arsenal because of just how he would freaking get so hot-headed. And it's just, you don't want that. You don't want that. But there is a good player there. I would be willing to bite the bullet for that, but I understand why they didn't bring him in. There's no dilemma. The manager won't pay him, sell him. Nkunku. If you were trying to do a Lukaku little thing there, I think that was a bit of a fail. I ain't gonna lie to you, fam. Sorry. You get this, Casey. Sorry. You could say Nkunku, that would have worked. Subscribe to the channel, of course, guys. The stream elements there to remind me. It is what it is, brother. He kept out by a kid who. It is what it is, brother. He's been kept out by a kid who has 50 plus GA and 50 odd games. He's not a number 9 or a winger. We can get our money back. Just let him go. Yeah, I agree. It seems like we can get our money back, which is actually pretty good considering the season he's had. Nkunku has been fundamentally poor, especially coming off the bench. He doesn't do any of the basics like pressing, and there's such a drop-off from Jackson. Funny enough, Robert said this. I'd have to look into it, but Robert did say something that was statistically not incorrect, which is that every time Nkunku when we've lost games, at least in this recent patch of form, it's when we've taken off Jackson. So I guess next time around, I'm going to be paying a little bit more attention to what Jackson does defensively and off the ball, because it could be something in terms of like he helps us keep control of the game in terms of not letting them so freely attack, because you have to worry about the press and you have to worry about Jackson's pace as well and what he can do if he were to pick off a mistake from you. Enzo backup for me, Kobbie Mainoo. Is that the Rode mic? No, it's not a Rode mic. This is Audio Technica AT2035, I believe. No Rode mic here. Also, how do I sound, guys? Hopefully I sound good. I've been tweaking the audio settings quite a bit, so I want to make sure that I'm not overly loud or too quiet. I want to be the loudest person in the room, but also I don't want to deafen people. Nah, Kolomwani is horrible. Yeah, but Kolomwani wasn't bad prior to the season. So it could just be PSG's not a fit for him. Also, I'm pretty sure PSG, if I heard correctly, PSG have adapted their system so that it doesn't require wingers like Kolomwani. So he's kind of not had much minutes in terms of what he can do on the pitch. They've been playing with more of a narrow formation, I believe, with 2 10s instead of wingers. So Kolomwani's kind of been left out to dry, as far as I've been told, at PSG. He's been given more opportunities in the 10 than Nkunku. Got to mention that. Who's been given more opportunities in 10 than Nkunku? João Felix? Probably. The question is why Maresca stopped using the bench when he won games due to our bench at the start of the season. That's a good question. I think it's a trust issue. It started, I believe, guys, remember, I think a lot of this started when we crashed out of the Carabao Cup with that B team. I really think Maresca developed a lot of trust issues for the B team once that happened. Like, he was like, damn, you guys suck. You guys are trash. Absolute trash. Can't trust none of y'all. Can't even beat a fucking Newcastle. What the fuck is this shit? And Nkunku had a stinker that game. LOL, this narrative on Nkunku being lazy is crap and ironically lazy in itself. I don't think it's lazy. I just don't think he's trying. I genuinely don't think he cares.
Lazy. 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 Too lazy.
Nkunku, can't disagree. Oh, I think Maresca has made him check out. Yeah, I agree. He's done that to a few players here. What players do you think he's made check out? Bro, what the fuck? If your mentality is to check out when you aren't getting played, get the fuck on. We don't need that bullshit at Chelsea. Agree? Nkunku would be a good player somewhere else, like Pulisic has become a really good player elsewhere. It's more than just Nkunku didn't work out. Got to give him a chance in the 10 at least once. Nah, I'm good, bro. These City products haven't steered Joe Shields wrong yet. Also heard another City product, James Trafford, a keeper, is a great season, is having a great season in the Championship. Hey, listen, I want to see what Selena and these other guys do as well. Tosin City Tosin City product is working wonderfully. He hasn't been bad, but he also hasn't been, he's been underwhelming. I think people hyped him up a little bit more than what we actually got. Follow the Twitter. There you go, guys. Players are going to check out when the coach makes it clear that there's no pathway into the starting 11. I think there was a pathway, but to be honest with you, the players that were ahead of you were maintaining that form. Like, bro, if you're scoring at one point in the season, early in the season, Jackson and Nkunku were going tit for tat. Like, Jackson was scoring a goal in the Premier League, and then Nkunku would score 2 in the conference, and then Jackson would score another one in the Premier League, then Nkunku would score another one in the Conference League. It's like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, if Jackson is giving you an all-around game and you're not, I'm sorry, bro. This man's keeping you out of the team. That's it. Like, there is a pathway, but you gotta really overcome a big obstacle. It's just a big obstacle he has to overcome, and he hasn't done it. So to me, that's just like Nkunku. You're just not trying. Like, Nkunku generally strikes me as someone who is privileged. And I don't mean that in a bad sense, but think about the teams he's played in. He's had the privilege to just be the starter. He's been the guy. But in this season, he's not the guy. And I don't think, I hate to say it this way, but I can't find a better word for it. I don't see him as a team player. I see him as a player that wants the team to revolve around him. He wants to be the centerpiece. And I don't mean that in an ego way. I just think that's the best way to get it. That's the best to get out of him. Have him be the main focus. And that's just not how we're built right now. That's just not how we're built right now. I mean, he can be a team player in the sense that he wants to win, but he wants to win. So he knows, like, hey, I got to pass the ball from time to time if I want to win, you know, like kind of like that. I don't think he's selfish, but I think he wants to be the main centerpiece. Needs 6 GNA against Morecambe from Nkunku as a farewell. But that's the thing. Pay attention. Maybe he gets a goal against Morecambe, but like also pay attention to how involved he is in the game. Pay attention to what positions he's getting in. Is he doing the same thing as Jackson? Is he doing the same thing off the ball? Bro, I've sat here and seen Nkunku in Conference League matches just straight up like just jogging, bro. Like, bro, press, you bitch. It's fucking Sherlock Holmes United, bro. Like, who gives a fuck? Just press, show off, do your thing. Ridiculous. Lavia, Palmer, Sancho here, Delapat, and sorry if I cut my audio cut there and if I cracked. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the mic. Lavia, Palmer, Sancho here, Delap at Ipswich, Rogers at Villa, City Products is where it's at right now. Yeah, pretty much. And Nkunku poor striker, sure, but is he a poor player? Not at all. Guarantee we will see people cry for him like we did Pulisic on Twitter a few days ago. Yeah, no, I guarantee it too. I don't think he's a bad striker. Actually, I do think he's a bad striker. Actually, no. I think he can be a good striker, but he's checked out of Chelsea, so we've seen him look like shit. Palmer, Sanchez, and Disasi lost the ball. We got cooked late in games. It wasn't Nkunku not pressing. He's part of the problem, though. That's the thing. He's part of the problem. Yeah, you can be a good player sometimes. It just doesn't work at certain clubs. Yeah, exactly. That's I think where we're at with Nkunku. Basing it on the same James where we actually cut them open time and time to not trust the team is wild. I mean, to crash out the way we crashed out, your observation about the B team makes sense. That's what I mean. Like, it's just, you can have trust issues. And Nkunku had a horrible game that day. And Nkunku had a horrible game at St. James's Park. Horrible. When you look that bad, bro, I'm sorry. I can't trust you to do better in a game where I need to make top 4. Look at Koulibaly, best center back in the world. Napoli, trash for us. Yep. He played the Sussy right back in Nkunku 9, KDH right wing in the same game and made 1 sub to imbalance the team. Mismanaged the game and passed the blame on the B team is madness. It's not about the player's positioning. In fact, I don't even think KDH was that bad at right wing. I think he did okay. It was just how bad and how checked out and how lackluster the rest of the team was. There's a certain standard you have to uphold. You can't lose the way you lost at St. James. Like, let's be honest. You can't lose the way you lost to St. James. If you're a good player, you can play as a 9. We've had Essien play as a defensive fullback, bro. And he did a shift. Like, I'm not having this idea that, oh, Nkunku's playing as a 9, so that means he can't. How much different is a 9 than a 10? And also, what have you seen creatively from Nkunku in games where he has played as a 10 that makes you think he's a good 10? That he's better than Palmer? That he's better than Felix? Please tell me. I'll go look at highlights after the stream. I promise you. And then I'll come back and I'll apologize if I'm satisfied with what I've seen. Also, every player I name there walks into City's side now. Yes, it's true. Awful foresight by the board to sell them all. Yeah. But that's always the way they've been. They've been a selling club in terms of their youth. City have. We need to focus on goalkeepers. That's true as well. We do have some goalkeepers. I'm interested to see how well they'll be. And also, apparently, Petrovic as well. His passing stats are like very, very formidable since he's gone to Strasbourg. So I'm interested to see what's happening with that. Because apparently there's news that we're sending El Samino to Strasbourg, but we need to take back one of our loans. Or not even that. Chukwemeka. Apparently, no. Chukwemeka's been linked to Both teams, I think, Strasbourg and Dortmund. So it's an interesting. Keep an eye on Strasbourg. That might be an interesting one. Maybe we recall Petrovic. But to be fair, Sanchez has been decent in the last few games. So Benders looks promising. I agree. But I want a bit more experience. Who knows? Who knows? Listen, it could actually be that he's the second coming of Courtois and he balls out at a young age. Who knows? Getting Nkunku out now, please and thank you. I agree. My issue is that the keeper stands out to go get like Liverpool did Alisson. My issue is what keeper stands out to go get like Liverpool did Alisson. I've told you guys I've wanted Martinez for a hot minute. I told you. LOL. Essien was quality though. But that's what I'm saying, huh? If for me, Nkunku was supposed to be the next world-class player we were gonna get. But he's not been that quality player. And I know there's a good quality player in there. I know Nkunku's really, really good. I know Nkunku is quality. So how are you going to sit here and tell me that a quality player can't move up from the 10 up to an attacking position and do a good job? He was decent at the beginning of the season, and then there's been a drop-off. Why has there been a drop-off? Because he doesn't want to be at the club anymore. He's pissed, and that's how he expresses it. They're way better than Sanchez. Yeah, probably. Swap Chuku for that Gittins at Dortmund if Mudryk is banned. No, Mudryk is banned. 100% he's banned. There's no way he's not banned. Even if you guys remember, I even said even if the sample B test comes negative, he's still gonna be get a ban. Same fans calling for inexperienced goalkeeper don't want GEUHI. Two very, very different positions, to be honest with you. Maignan, he stands out, but he's injury prone, and that's a red flag to me. It's a red flag when you have a goalkeeper that's injury prone. I'll be so honest with you. All right, last topic, guys. I'm going over an hour just for a little bit. I won't make this too long. GEUHI, which Matt just talked on, and CHALOBAH as well. I want someone, anyone, to hurry up and just make the CHALOBAH fail comp. Please. Because CHALOBAH, and listen to me, I like CHALOBAH. I think CHALOBAH is a good, listen to my words, guys. I think he's a good center back. If you've been on the channel before, and if you know who I am, you know I'm very particular with the words I use. I don't try to overinflate. I don't try to undervalue. I try to be precise and concise with the words I use. I think Trevor CHALOBAH is good. I don't think he's very good. I don't think he's top class. I don't think he's our best defender. I think he's good. That's right above okay. That's above mid. It's not that great. He's not the solution. I think Fofana has shown that he's very good. I think Colwell has shown that he's very good. But what's after very good? There's excellent. There's sensational, phenomenal. There's top class. There's world class. There's different adjectives and superlatives that express how quality a player can be. CHALOBAH to me is a good center back. And another aspect that makes him good is his ability to play in the wide areas. He can also play as a DM. So there's a possibility that CHALOBAH could do an inverting role as well at Chelsea. We've seen him play at DM when he was at Rennes, I believe. What was the club he was at before he started playing for Chelsea? Sorry, my nose is really itchy. What was the French club that he was? It wasn't Rennes. It was another club. I forget. But that's my point. For one, people need to stop overrating CHALOBAH. People need to stop forgetting all the blunders he's had. Disasi has had blunders, especially this season. Very, very badly, actually, this season. Because he's put into wide areas. And I'm with Surfer when I say I don't blame Disasi anymore. I blame Maresca for putting him in those positions. Just like how we would put Levi Colwell at left back and he looked like absolute shit. It wasn't his fault. He doesn't play in that position. It's Pochettino's fault. This one's on Maresca. Stop playing Disasi in the right areas. He's not that guy. CHALOBAH, however, can do a shift there. Disasi can't. And where I stand with Disasi too right now is that I feel bad for the guy. He's being put in a position where the Chelsea fans are starting to really abuse the guy, and I don't condone that. I don't think the guy deserves abuse. He's done nothing but be a servant for the club, and he really wants to be at Chelsea, and he really tries his damnedest to be at Chelsea. I understand it's not good enough, but that's not his fault. He didn't set his price. He's not being asked to play in the positions that he's being played at, and he's limited to the system as well because he's being played in a position. If you look at the Disasi in Monaco, he was actually a good center back that had ball playing ability. Last season, Pochettino tax. We saw it with Levi Colwell too. Levi Colwell didn't have those forward playing balls, those ping passes that we're seeing this season. Pochettino tax. However, I don't think he's good enough for Chelsea. So, as far as he goes, staying or going, he can go. But back to CHALOBAH. I don't think CHALOBAH is the answer. CHALOBAH had a lot of mistakes in his game as well. And a lot of those mistakes were masked by the fact that we were playing in a back three, and any mistakes that he did make, Thiago Silva would clean up. Now, he doesn't have a Thiago Silva to hold his hand anymore. Pay attention to what he's done this season, because people want to point out the goals he's gotten. Oh, he's gotten more goals than João Felix and Mudryk and Neto combined. Okay, cool. Play him in the wing then. What the fuck are we doing? Genuinely, what the fuck are we doing? Why do we care about GNA when it comes to the defender? You see how like disingenuous so many people are on Twitter? Why the fuck are we talking about GNA when it comes to the defender? And that's another thing too. Because he's versatile enough and agile enough to play in the wide areas, if we do need a right center back or a right back, that's a good addition to the team in terms of CHALOBAH because he has heading ability and he could score a goal or two. That's argument why you would want to have Disasi on corners, because Disasi has actually scored from a corner. Because he does have heading ability and physicality. But unfortunately, the fundamentals, which is defending, he's not been good at right center back or at right back. But again, his abilities are very limited. CHALOBAH, I think he's good. I think he would come in here and help us out. But if I was CHALOBAH, especially the way the club treated him, I would tell us to fuck off. Just quite genuinely, FC Lorient, thank you guys. Quite genuinely, I would tell Chelsea to fuck off. Why would I come back? If CHALOBAH comes back to Chelsea, I would lose a lot of respect for him. That's like simp behavior. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to... Guys, I hate to say it. That would be simp behavior. We don't want simp behavior. We don't want simps at Chelsea. We don't... Fuck my life, bro. We don't want simps at Chelsea, bro. Stop this shit. Don't be the nice guy, CHALOBAH. Chelsea can hold that. The directors of football, Boli Egbali, the ones that force you out, they can hold that for being absolute fucking dickheads to you. I agree. You should not have been treated the way you've been treated. You weren't like Gallagher. You didn't have a year left to your deal. You had plenty of time left in your deal. You shouldn't have been iced out the way you were. The whole pure profit shit. Stop it. Just don't. I know you love the club, but don't be a simp. Do not do it. I will lose so much respect for you. Okay? Don't do it. As for Mark GEUHI, listen. First of all, I don't like your last name because I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it GEUHI? There's no R. Is it GEUHI? That sounds really close to gay, and I don't want to keep saying that over and over, but whatever. That's besides the point. I'm just bantering now, right? The price that they want, 50 mil, and Chelsea scouts are valuing him at less than 50 mil. I don't think, again, I don't watch enough Mark to like really determine like an opinion on him. I think he's all right. I think I saw the Euros and I thought he was pretty solid in the Euros. He's probably arguably one of England's best players. So there's some respect you can put on there, right? But like, is he good? Good. Like, do you guys want him? Do you guys want him at Chelsea? Would you take him at Chelsea for 50 mil? I don't know. I think that's a pretty steep price to pay for a player who I think is also good at genuinely approaching very good levels. I don't know. That one's a weird one. There's some deficiencies there that I don't know about. Like, I'd have to do more research. I'll be so honest with you guys. I'd have to look closely at Mark GEUHI and get like more like of a solid opinion on him. But I just don't see it. He doesn't like excite me. But then again, what center back would? You know who does excite me that I would love to go back in for? We were linked with, but we never pulled a trigger on. Murillo from Nottingham Forest. I think that's a really good center back that we should go for. I think that guy's very good. I think that guy's excellent, actually. I think he automatically walks into Chelsea. He walks into that starting lineup. He potentially benches Levi Colwell if Fofana comes back. I think Murillo is class. Maybe I'm over the top. I think he's really good. I think he's excellent. I think Murillo is a phenomenal center back. I don't think he's world class. I don't think he's top class, but I think he's really close. So I personally would take Murillo. I would personally take Murillo. And Selmino, we will see what happens with him. But Mark GEUHI, I could see it happening in terms of like if they want to keep CHALOBAH, but I just don't think he's that good. Genuinely, I don't. This guy. So there's that. I don't know, guys. It's just this team right now with the links that we have. It's such a chaotic window, and I wasn't expecting it to be this chaotic because I didn't think there were links there. I just didn't think there were links there. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a weird window. There's still more to go. We might do another Chelsea hour this week. I don't know. I'm waiting to hear some responses of some certain people. But yeah, it's been an interesting window so far. You guys in the comments, let me know what you think. Over an hour again. Sorry, guys. There's so much of you guys in chat that participate in the conversation that I don't want to. I try to get through all of the chat. I really do. There will be a point where I can't do it. There will be a point where I can't do it just because I have to stay within an hour or close to an hour. Okay, let's read out the last of the comments here, and then we'll roll out. We'll roll out. And big up to all of you guys for joining in. I do appreciate you guys coming in here and just listen to little old me have a little rant here and there and share my perspective on some football and some stuff that's going on. Let's see, man. Let's see. I think I will redirect you guys to this person. I'm just getting it all ready. I'm just making sure that we actually have someone to redirect to. And I'm just going to double check that they're live. So hopefully they stay live for a little longer. But yeah, we'll redirect here. But yeah, I'll tell you guys at the end who we redirected to. But anyways, let's see. So please no Kobbie CBs. I'm okay with Achimpong. So far, so good with him. We'll see how he develops. I think he had his hand held very much so the last game. Let's see how he continues to do so. FC Lorient, I said that. Also, on a side note, preface this with I've not seen him. But I've seen Santos match ratings from this season. The consistency is insane. Minimum 7 out of 10. Depends on where the match rating comes from. If it's sofa score ratings, yo, ignore that shit. Absolutely ignore that shit. Simp behavior. Yeah, exactly. Don't be a simp, guys. And gals. I can't stand our fan base. Some of them talk about Trev like he's the English. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. That's why I have this now unfortunate agenda. Like, guys, for me, it's like I just like having a balanced take on football, and I like being realistic. I hate when people overgas a player, and I hate when people overhate a player. Like, I have to fight against it. I have this natural knack to fight against it. That's why you've seen me defend Havertz. That's why you've seen me defend Sterling. That's why you've seen me defend Ziyech. That's why you've seen me knock down Trevor CHALOBAH a few notches. That's why you see me knock down Mainoo a few notches. Like, I try to keep it real. I can't help it. I'm sorry. And maybe you don't agree with my takes. That's fine. But I genuinely try to keep, even Leao too. Leao was so overhyped, and now people are finally seeing it, how overhyped he is, and I try to keep it down. Now people are saying, Tammy Abraham, we should have never got rid of him. Go fuck yourself. Tammy Abraham sucks. He's not good. He gets a fucking goal in the final minutes of the fucking Supercoppa Italia, whatever the fuck, and all of a sudden people are like, bippity boppity, Tammy Abraham, bring him back to Chelsea. Go fuck yourself, bro. He's not good. Oh my god. Sorry. Small rant. A little calma. All right, sorry. He was left at home for 3 seasons and frozen now. No way Maresca will trust him, and vice versa. I agree. He's solid, but that solid probably improves us. In terms of CHALOBAH, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I can see it improving us. Again, I don't think it's the solution. I think it's just a band-aid. GEUHI is an upgrade to a lot of center backs in my... Oh, you're talking about GEUHI. GEUHI is a lot of center backs in my opinion, but there are better options. I agree. I rather Murillo's partner, the big right-footed one. Milinkovic, right? I think that's his name. I like Murillo because I'm a young talent. Pick up Adam CFC. I like Murillo. I've been watching him since last season. Yeah, dude, he's good. I think Murillo's fucking awesome. We should take a run at VVD. Test Liverpool's resolve. I don't think VVD's gonna come to fucking Chelsea. I don't think he'd ever go to a rival, to be honest with you. I think he's too loyal to fucking Liverpool. I like the Bournemouth center backs, especially Zabarny. Hey, that's not a bad shout either. The Bournemouth center back duo, we're linked to them. We will talk about them tomorrow's show, but it's not a bad shout either. Make it Chelsea 30-minute show, and then we'll end it. Not a bad shout. Yo, Adam CFC, you're brilliant, man. You got good ideas. Adam. Okay, and big up Demi. Big up everyone, man. Thanks everyone for being here tonight. Appreciate the Chelsea Hour Plus show today. We'll be back again tomorrow for the Casually Chelsea show. If you haven't done so already, guys, smash up the like button. Check out the subscribe button. It's nice and shiny and there for you guys to click on it if you're new here, and it helps us out tremendously. We're trying to grow the community, guys. We have a solid community here at Casually Chelsea. Check out the Discord community. Another really solid community. Guys, fun fact. I get a lot of news from the Chelsea Discord, or the Casually Chelsea Discord. So if you want to kind of sway how the Casually Chelsea goes, if you want us to talk about certain topics, I urge you, check out the Discord and learn the Discord, because Discord is an awesome platform. I promise you, you'll enjoy Discord, especially if you're a gamer. You'll enjoy Discord. Discord's awesome. So come join the Discord community, make an account, come join it, be active on it, talk to us. I'm on there frequently as well, so you can chat to me and talk shit and put your receipts and all that fun stuff. Discord's awesome. Subscribe if you're new here. Help us out. We're growing the community. Also, check out the memberships. There's 4 different tiers starting at 99p, ladies and gents. And at the first tier, you get some cool emojis. At the second tier, you get a shout out. Third tier, I think more focused messages with more stuff. Like, I don't know. Check out the tiers. I'm going to add more tiers soon. I just not had the time. But I will promise you guys, I will add more tiers. There's big updates coming to the channel. I promise you. Currently, the person I'm working with is going through a family emergency, so that's put quite a bit of a delay on things. So stay here on this space. I promise you, we're upping the production. We're gonna get better, and you want to be a part of this. I promise you. On the road to 5K. Hashtag pure profit. Hashtag on the road to 5K. Hashtag make Africa blue. I don't mean that last one. I think it's a really stupid hashtag, but fucking Chelsea admin are running with it. It's horrible. Let's go ahead and do the shout outs. And that's going to go out to TM127, EE, Hasanawan, Dark, Adrian, and A Solomon. I appreciate you guys and your commitment to the channel at the tier that you're at. I appreciate the support that you show the channel and the love that you show the channel. This is the raid message, ladies and gents, that you need to copy and paste in United Spurs of America's chat. I appreciate you guys being here. Listen to me banner for an hour. Congratulations to Spurs. Fuck you, Spurs, but congratulations to Spurs for winning today's game. And hopefully, in my opinion, they knock out Liverpool and then Newcastle win in the final. That's what I'm hoping for, guys. Hey, I'm just saying, guys. Newcastle hype. Isak hype, bro. But all right. Y'all have a wonderful night. We'll see you tomorrow for the Casually Chelsea show. As always, have a wonderful night and stay casual. Peace.